So this is just a very quick showcase of how the buffing mod works currently. Um, I'm just gonna wing it. Like I'm not gonna edit this very much or something. I can maybe do it differently later, more in depth a little bit and stuff. But basically, a little like BuffBot configuration button is added to the game. And what you have here is a list of all the people you have in your party with their names respectively. And you can have a list of 1 to 8. Shut up, Garrick. 1 to 8 presets. You can delete them. You can add a new one. You can create a new preset. The UI is not perfect yet. I am not a graphical designer, so don't be surprised. So like I will show like a very basic setup, right? Like I have some buffs here that I'm using every time anyway, right? There is modded spells, and also like the regular ones. Like I have on here, I have SES spell revisions and more like kit mods and everything on there from like artisans and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of things. But the mod reads them, right? The mod reads everything. And later there will also be not only the spells, but also items and potions and everything. But I don't have that yet, right? It is a future thing. There are false positives. So usually I just remove them. Like here, like expertise and stuff like that. This is like from another mod. Which where the codes, the coding for it is like a little bit ambiguous. Don't be surprised there. But basically, what you can do is you can remove them completely from the UI, or you can like add something completely to the UI where you're like, hey, this is completely missing. Maybe it's not a false positive; it's a false negative, right? Something was detected as not a buff, but you want it as a buff. You can add it to the spell list here. But I'll do a very quick showcase of how you can use it. So let's look at like who has which buffs, right? Garrick, Dynair, like lots of buffs, blah 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 blah. And I'll showcase it with only stuff that is a long buff duration. Will be like cheat casted, basically quick casted, right? Why do I have this differentiation? I have it because in my opinion, like if you can just quick cast everything, it takes away from the challenge, if you know what I mean. Like if you have buffs that only last 30 seconds or something. Do we have something like that here? Yeah, detect invisibility and stuff like that. And if you can just quick cast like 5 buffs that are only 30 seconds, that makes no sense, right? Because you can only cast one spell per round, usually. But if you can quick cast multiple spells that take the last 10 minutes fast, in my opinion, that doesn't really take away from the challenge. It just makes the game a bit more fluid, a bit more easy. So I usually have this setting. You can also quick cast everything if you just want the game to be faster. And you can quick cast off. This does not count for anything outside of the buff mod. It's only inside. So I have quick cast on for long buffs now, and this is only for this preset, right? It's also different for other presets. And now I can cast all, and everybody will just, you know, do their stuff instantly, because everything is 5 minutes or more. And now we can look at the buffs, right? Everything is on there. But let me rest. And yeah. And now I'll do a quick showcase of like the normal queue with everything in there. Like we can also just, you know, make it shorter for now. So not that it takes so long, right? But this is just a showcase basically, right? You can click cast all, and they will just normally cast it. Right? It's the same, so you don't really have to click pause and like make sure you're doing everything correct, because like doing all your spells and buffs correctly like is part of the challenge, but in my opinion it doesn't have to be the 10-minute thing you do before each fight, especially in Baldur's Gate 2. That's the philosophy behind it. So this all took like one round. This is like all rules applied basically of the game. And then you have quick cast all. I don't have to showcase this, right? This is just like, yeah, you know what I mean. You can import presets, you can export presets, but they are like character wide. I don't have a tooltip here yet, but like basically if you want to export like how you always play one class, like let's see what is like Dynaheir, if you always take her, right? Dynaheir is always the invoker in most games, even if modded. Like even in my game she's invoker, so you can be like Dynaheir export, right? And it's going to be exported, and then you can it's going to be like on your disk in a folder that the mod creates. And this was a test, right? This was just a character I made. But you can basically import it again, right? Import it again, and Dynaheir is going to have the same setup again, right? Right. Works pretty well. Yeah, it's I'm not gonna say there's no bugs and stuff like that currently. I would say like it's in late stage alpha. Everything works, and yeah, if there's any problem, anyone can always like, put any issues into my GitHub or just contact me on Discord. I have a Discord. Yeah, you can also do it per character, right? If you just want to quickly recast something on one character, right? Just do it on her. Or its boss. Right, so she now reapplied those things to her. And there's also, but I'm not sure I want to do that automatically or later maybe have an option to just add them manually. Have innate abilities. Right? So, basically they're innate abilities. You can have up to 8 and they're all for all presets, basically. Right? So you can have like per character an innate ability that will cast their spells. So let's go to Zan. Let's take Zan as an example. And it will be the whole settings of that preset, right? So if you have quick cast all on Zan and you have these 3 buffs all on him, right? You can even target other people with the like. There's a lot of features. I'm not gonna go through everything in this video. Right. You can. It's saved like this, and then you just go on Zan and do. Wait, which preset was it? It was the first one, standard preset. Just sadly can't see the names here. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. It's like, just numbered. But it's the first preset, standard preset, I called it. You can rename them, but not in the innate abilities, sadly. And then he's gonna just do it on himself. Right. Okay.